Hey everybody, it's Marshall McHugh. This is going to be my Agent Carter Season 2, Episode 9 review and rundown. We're getting close. There's only one episode left to the season finale, which is really cool. But yeah, this episode's going to be, this episode was all about kind of what happened with Wilks. They kind of just like said, here's the Wilks thing, he's going to blow up craziness right here. But let's talk about it. So basically in this episode, Peggy, they devise a plan. Like Peggy and Jarvis and everything like that, they put a plan together of kind of how to stop Whitney Frost. I thought that was really interesting. Obviously, it's going to carry over to the next episode. It's episode 10. It's the finale, so they got to do something super crazy. They've already done a bunch of things that are really crazy this season, but they got to do even more crazy. Like I want to see more crazy with Wilks and Whitney and all that craziness, having them take them down. But anyway, it gets really interesting because we got to see more of the Jarvis conflict with Peggy a little bit more. I think. Either that was episode 8 or episode 9. I can't really remember that much. But we got to see a little bit more of that. Then they kind of resolved it. Now that Peggy knows about Anna not being able to have kids anymore. So that was really cool. But it was really cool to see Sousa this episode too, like with Peggy. I don't know. I think that now that Wilks is like a bomb, basically, they're going to get together. I really hope that happens. Like we've seen Peggy kind of, this season kind of acknowledges the loss that she's had with all of her past, people that she's known that have died. Like there is what's his name? Steve, that's Captain America. Forgot his name for a second there. We got Steve, we've got Michael, I guess his name was, his fiance, her fiance. So we got a little bit of that too. So I think that they're acknowledging that and how Sousa will be with Peggy eventually. But we haven't seen Violet at all. Isn't that interesting? We haven't seen Violet. Maybe they just don't have time for her. Because the season's almost over, really. But do you think they'll do a season 3 and acknowledge that? I think they will. I have no idea if they will. Hopefully it doesn't carry over to next year. Have to see that again. But it's really interesting that they kind of have been teasing that relationship, and I really like that. But we also got how the episode opened was actually my favorite part. Like the dream that Peggy had after she was knocked out from episode 8 to this episode. With Michael, I think was it. That was in the first part of the thing, I think there was. And so she kind of talked to him for a little bit, and then the green light just came on, and I was like, oh my gosh, are they doing something illegal and using Green Lantern? For a second there, I thought that. But anyway, they ended up going into the dance number. That was incredible. Really love how they put that together. Like, it was one of my favorite things on TV recently, though, that just big, huge dance number and kind of like that dream with Peggy. That was really interesting. Really liked that. But through this whole episode, it was really interesting to see, what Whitney Frost, will do to keep Wilks down, how he was unstable, how he was telling them, hey, get out of here. I don't know, I feel like the Wilks character, he has some ups and downs. This episode, I kind of felt like, just blow him up already, really, it's he's through the explosion, because he's kind of been annoying me as a character. There was a few ups when earlier in the season when I liked him, then there's a few downs. I don't like him as much as I did early in the season, so it's kind of weird. I don't know, I just don't know why it feels weird to me, but it did. We got more of Jack Thompson conspiring against Peggy and the others with Vernon Masters and trying to kill both Whitney, Vernon Masters, and Wilks, which I thought was really interesting. But they ended up, getting out of there. The explosion happens. Big, cliffhanger, what happens with that explosion, right? And so they ended up seeing that Whitney was still in there, Wilks was in there, and Vernon was in there too. So what do you guys think happened? That's really interesting to see what will happen in the next episode, the finale. Because if they're all dead, they really don't have a finale, right? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But what do you guys think of Jack Thompson as well? Do you think that he's done for? Really, I think that they should lock him up. I think that would be really interesting to lock him up because he just really bothers me as a character. Everywhere his hat, I'm like, dude, come on. Let's be real here. But yeah, I didn't talk about it in my episode 8 review, but also Peggy mentioning in the recap about her being blackmailed. That was really interesting too. I really like that, how they kind of tried to weave that story in with Vernon Masters too. But what do you guys think of the episode? Comment down below. Links are there to my other Agent Carter videos. Links down there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and sim channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.